Marlon, Pete Gilbert here at WBAL. Congratulations on your new contract. And, take us through a little bit what it means to be not just, to get a new deal, but to be amongst the top two highest paid corners in the NFL.
Thank you. Getting a new deal, it was cool. It was, it's great to sign that deal and know that for the next couple years you're going to be, a Raven. When it was, talking about it and this and that, since I've been here, I've really enjoyed this organization, this city, these fans, the people around me, and so it was really big for me to stay a Raven. So I was really excited to sign that extension.
Marlon, it's Jerry Coleman from 105.7 The Fan. How quickly did it all come together? We just spoke with your defensive coordinator, Wink. He had no idea. Was this something that you knew was in the works as you talked with your agent, or did you just get a phone call in the middle of the night?
It kind of went pretty quick. I didn't really say much. I said some subtle jokes to some guys yesterday. They thought I was kidding about money, but other than that, it went pretty quick. So I didn't really have time to really tell many people until everybody kind of knew.
Marlon, Kirk McEwen, congratulations, Fruit Punch. Hey, were you concerned, or did it matter to you to be paid as one of the top corners, or did you just want it to be treated fairly?
For me, it being the highest paid never really was a factor. The biggest thing for me was just staying a Raven. I remember, when I first got here, we used to, me and Chris Moore used to joke around saying, "Man, Ravens for life," and it's a very good feeling to actually be one.
Hey Marlon, this is Garrett with the Ravens. How do you plan to spend that first big paycheck?
Man, I don't know. It would have been. There's no telling what would have happened if I'd have got this during the Corona. That might have been the worst time to get a lump sum of money. But I'm not really sure. My dad's still going to be on me. Shoot, he calls me. Judon ordered a pizza on my account from Houston, and he was like, "Hey, I saw a charge from Domino's in Houston." So he's always looking at my financials, and if I do anything too crazy, he'll be on me, probably trying to get me to take it back. So I got a pretty good supporting staff, and I also want to say some thanks. Thank you to Bishotti and DaCosta. Ozzie got me here. DaCosta had me to stay. Coach Harbaugh, Wink, Coach Chris, Jesse Duker. Even my high school coaches, Coach Niblett, Coach Rainey, Holmes, Abrams. I remember when I was in high school, one of my coaches told me, "Man, if you just continue to do what you do, use the abilities you have, and stay out of trouble, in a few years you could hit the lottery." And I put that on my Twitter bio, and I kept it in there the entire time, just because it was crazy that at such a young age he had that confidence in me that one day, basically saying, if you just keep your skill set and just stay out of trouble, you can do some big things. So thank God for sure. Wouldn't be here without him. And thank my family. Growing up in my house, anytime I needed someone to lean on, I had an older brother, older sister, and a mom and a dad that have always kept me really good aligned. And honestly, my dad, he's kind of been able to be my dad's, even though at a young age, he's really, and my dad's kept me in line. He's really, he's been my, since I was young. Since I was young, I told my dad I wanted to play in the NFL, and he never really let me slip. Getting in trouble here and there as a youngin', my dad never just kept his foot off me. Decisions, things I wanted to do, he was able to tell me no, and didn't really show explanation. But as I grew older, I was able to understand so much as to why he did those things. And my dad has been so much more than a father. He coached me as a kid. He's really been he's actually been my everything for me, along with my mom. And so I really thank him a lot for what he's done. And I know he'll continue to be a great father to me, and hopefully one day I get a family I can treat my sons and my daughters the way my dad has treated me and my brothers and sisters.
Marlon, this is Jeff Strebeck from The Athletic. What was, I see you getting emotional when you talk about your dad and your family. What was the call like when you told them about the new contract and all that it entails?
It was good, man. My brothers and sisters were all happy for me. I said the contract kind of negotiations things went pretty quick, and yesterday I kind of talked to them, or no, maybe the day before, about just how things were going. Mom and dad, and it was, my dad knew a lot because he was working firsthand with my agent Joel. Thank Joel too, and Jeff, and so he was working at firsthand. But my siblings kind of knew, but they were kind of in the mix. But I just come from a great family, and the biggest thing that my family's done, we've kept God in the mix. Even sometimes when I was steering left and God wanted me to go right, I think God stayed by my side, and my parents definitely made sure God was in the mix at all times. Those Wednesday night Bible classes as a kid, you never really wanted to go, but my parents just they stuck with us. Made you go. You're a kid. You say you sick, well, you're gonna be sick in church. So it was just so much, and I just can't thank God enough for how He's kept me aligned. And now that I've dedicated my life to Christ, it's opened so many doors and opened my eyes so much.
We'll do a couple more questions for Marlon.
Marlon, this is Jameson from ESPN. When you talk to coaches and teammates about you, they talk about how you play like a linebacker. Where does that aggressive style of playing come from?
I think the one thing that I started to know at a very young age of playing corner is, and you look up Deion Sanders highlights. Well, not highlights, but you look up every game, he's going to get the ball caught on him. You look up Richard Sherman, he's going to get the ball caught on him. You look up all these top corners, eventually the ball is going to get caught on you. So the thing that I try to do is try to get the ball out after it gets caught on you, and try to show other things of your worth as far as like tackling. A lot of corners don't want, Deion said he was a cover corner, but I've always tried to put both things in my game to make me a little bit more valuable as a skill set. And it also didn't help. My high school coach used to tell me I was a track guy, which basically meant you weren't trying to hit anybody. And that really, it was a joke, but I didn't like that. And I would be lying if I didn't say it affected me.
Hey Marlon, it's Ryan Mink from Ravens Media. Just what is the feeling when you sign a contract that really kind of sets you up for life like that? That makes such a huge difference for you financially and personally, and for generations to come. You talk about kids down the line and whatnot.
It means a lot. I haven't really thought about it, too much about that, but I know for generations to come, it'll be good. The way my dad said it, the first contract you had is good enough to create generational wealth. So I've kind of already had that mindset that if I just can kind of keep doing what I'm doing with what I already have, I would be able to be successful. But I definitely got a little bit more, so it'll be good. The biggest thing that not the biggest, but one reason I'm just so excited to be locked in here is how I can do things more in the community. Just because I do a lot back home in Hoover. That's my home. I volunteer as coaching track, helping those kids. And now I'm just really, excited to kind of do some of that same stuff and bring it to here and help out Baltimore a little bit.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for being here with us. We really appreciate it.